and it can be used as a gap closer. And of course, he also has that Prey Seeker, which even though he doesn't deal so much damage, pag parang one hit na lang kalaban, tapos sakala nila makatakas sila, that Prey Seeker has the same range as a Nidalee Spear, which is very far.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. For the mid lane naman, meron tayong Orianna and we have Lissandra. So, for me, I'll go for Lissandra siguro for me. Kasi, alam naman natin pareho na hindi agad kayang maging aggressive ng Orianna due to hindi naman ganun kabilis yung pagkahas niya ng mga spells niya. Unlike for Lissandra na kapag nag-cast agad siya, makaka-damage agad siya. And for harass, actually pwede silang sabay ng harass eh. Kaso, mas mana-hungry kasi yung Orianna kaysa sa Lissandra.
Well, it depends on how you play the Lissandra. I've seen most experienced Orianna players do this, is that when you get your level 1, you just use your shield rather than going in for the Q or the W, and it does deal, you can soak up more damage with the shield, tapos yung auto attacks niya with the passive gives her more damage output din naman, as yung parang 1 to 3 hits can deal like 200 damage na ata or 150, so it can deal good amount of damage against Lissandra. Though Lissandra has a good amount of harass them with her Q. Of course, pag tumama sa creep yun, nag-shatter siya tapos tumatama sa likod, can deal good damage to Orianna here without Orianna being able to counter, parang take the damage back onto Lissandra. Again, with the pause.
So, with Sivir and Tristana and Lulu and Morgana. So, alam naman natin na yung Sivir kaya niyang mag-cancel ng kahit anong CC for her. Dahil din sa third niya, right?
Yes.
Though, meron naman siyang Lulu para i-protect yung, para i-shield siya, though hindi siya makakuha ng madaming damage. So, timing lang talaga yung kailangan nila pareho.
Though I'm not sure if this is really popular in the TNC eSports Cup, but it is possible to go in for a lane swap for, I believe, blue team is Mineski, right?
No.
Oh, no? Imperium Pro Team, okay. Alright, so, blue team is Imperium Pro Team and red team is Camp Camper, so it is possible for Imperium Pro Team to go and do a lane swap because it does seem favorable for a Maokai to be able to just farm with his Sapling Toss and Arcane Smash. And then, yung lane dominance na mayroon, ang isang Sivir can harass out yung Nor. Yung problem nga lang, makaka-free farm si si Hakai 67. Ooh, they do see the ward. Very nice positioning here from Netero, just in the top brush. And what this does is that he hasn't been seen yet, but he has already seen that ward going down. Okay, they don't see him though, but they will go. There you go. Twisted Advance comes in. There's no knock up. He just uses that the E actually to bounce out. Didn't even have to use his flash. So that means that Clorox will not have any farm type of skill when he comes into lane, which means that Netero will have the advantage early on. Shouldn't have gone for the Twisted Advance, I believe, if they didn't have any follow-up CC. And that just gives information for camp campers to put in wards around the enemy team's side, though they could have put in more deeper wards. Though that misplay from Imperium Pro Team would cost Clorox the top lane, but this is actually still good from Imperium Pro Team, getting in this red buff and possibly a 3-buff start for Mr. Azimo. That's a very weird way to
si Lulu nandun din kasama niya yung jungle.
Yes. This
so,
actually
sabay silang gagank ng jungler.
Yeah, this actually might be a gank in the top lane. If she has the polymorph. Oh, sorry about that.
No, Q.
Oh, Q. Can you? There you go. All right. They did burn all of their flashes. Who will get the first blood? It will be Clorox. And I thought this was going to be an aggressive lane or rather a win lane for Netero, but with the help from his teammates, they do get in that first blood for himself, which means that he's just going to be able to tank up Netero right now. He's going to have the level advantage, the CS advantage, and the gold advantage. So we'll see what happens. And Meets Metal or Teiji here is in the Dragon side area, finishing already his blue buff. Did get in that early scuttler. Junglers do tend to get this. It's either that, I was saying again, the hyper and the Q from Gnar just deals so much damage against Maokai. Though when he comes back into lane, he'll get a bit more tanky items at level 3, giving him a good chunk of health back. And back to what I was saying, junglers right now want to get that early scuttler when they got level 2, because the first camp for some junglers is so damaging that your HP does go down to like below 50%. So getting in that scuttler gives you health back, I believe 50 gold, and of course the speed shrine and the vision. So either way, it's a good camp to get in early on so that you can provide some defensive wardings, free wardings for your mid and bottom lane if you start in the blue side, and then for the mid and top lane if you start on the red side.
So, as you can see, lahat ng lanes ng Imperium is nagdo-dominate sila pare-pareho. Yung Lulu, hinaharas niya ng sobra yung Morgana and yung Tristana. So, more on farm lang yung ginagawa rin halos nung Sivir na sinasabayan niya ng Q para makadagdag ng damage. Although, kita si Lee Sin sa top lane na dapat makagank siya, though, fail muna yung gank kasi sa wala.
Yes.
Medyo malulugi talaga yung Gnar sa nangyari kanina kasi siya yung na first blood, diba? So, sobrang importante talaga yung first blood.
Di naman siya sobrang detrimental that Gnar would lose so much in his lane because Maokai isn't a parang snowball heavy champion. He's not like a Jax, Riven, or Irelia. So he can get his tank items faster, but that doesn't mean that Gnar can't get his own tank items as well. Though, I want to point out is, they're going to get onto Nyari. They do get out that black shield, but there's no follow-up because Asimo already used his flash early on to kill Netero. Nagkaroon ng 3 buff start si Asimo along with the first blood assist, which means that yung ganking potential ni Teiji, when he would have typically gotten a red buff, got lower. So, nung nasa top lane lang siya, he wasn't able to get any pressure onto Clorox. Nandun lang siya kasi medyo tamay position ni Clorox. But then, yung red buff talaga was so detrimental na hindi siya talaga makakagank effectively if he didn't get like a slow. And information na siya kanina eh. He saw that there was a 3-man gank at the top lane against Netero, and he saw that Asimo had that red buff, so he could have gotten a counter jungle onto the red buff side of Asimo and possibly had a 2-for-2 in terms of the buffs. Pero hindi niya ginawa yan, so little bit of a, I guess, a misplay, I would say, for Teiji here.
What?
For, how do you pronounce it? Teiji? TG?
Where?
Yung Lee Sin. It's Teiji meets Metal.
Teji.
Teiji. Yeah, sorry about the accent. Teiji.
So, that mag-early years sana yung Rexy, but nakita siya ng Morg. And medyo
think he was just-
yata yung Morgana.
Yeah, I think he was just baiting her out, trying to force the flash if possible. Alright, so they are just setting up these defensive wards already, the aggression that they're showing off. And right now, like you said, it's just a dominant lane in the top lane, and in the bottom lane, it's just 1-for-1 actually. 45 CS, almost the same. Yung top lane na talaga nagsisimula mag-snowball. Yeah, because Clorox, when he gets those items, looking into, well, how Imperium Pro Team's team comp is built, most likely he's not going in for that Rod of Ages, rather he's gonna go in for a Righteous Glory to be able to initiate for his team. Tapos nandun na lang si Ruru with the follow-up along with Asimo, and then nandun na lang yung backline damage with, of course, the Sivir having that Ricochet and Boomerang Blade.
Though, feeling ko, pagdating sa Clash, feeling ko mas maraming CC yung mabibigay ng Team Imperium kesa sa Team Camper. Pwede lang silang umasa sa bind ng Morgana, unlike yung sa Team Imperium na meron silang pang-hold ng Maokai and yung SS pa ng Lysandra.
Yeah,
so,
the Twisted Advance and the Frozen Tomb. But maganda din yung ang naging strategy kasi ang magiging parang strategy na ngayon is, sabi mo kanina, Imperium Pro Team going in for the engage, but then maganda ang disengage ng campers. They have the buster shot of the Tristana to push anyone back who tries to initiate. And then nandun din yung kick ni Lee Sin, Dragon's Rage for a pick to try and push them back or push one back in. And yung ultimate in Nar, which can hit someone onto the wall. If he can, yung pinaka-crucial na players talaga na campers right now, in my opinion, would be Netero and Single Maniac. If they can get in a Nar and Shockwave combo, they can put the battle into their favor. Because parang one-time deal lang sa Clash yung skill ni Ruru na kanyang Frozen Tomb. Though she has the follow-up abilities, we'll see what happens. But yun talaga, yung pinaka-crucial talaga na players ngayon ng campers would be Netero and Single Maniac to see what they can do pag nagkaroon ng Clash.
So, ayun. So, tama ka sa kanina sinabi mo na more on pang-engage yun dito. Sa kabila is more on pang-disengage.
Yeah. Oh, it's going for the Bami Cinder. Oh my, why did I call it Cinder Helm? Kamali ako diba? Yeah.
Para ba yung item na yan, para siyang
Mini Sunfire.
Mini Sunfire. So, pagka nag-attack siya or lumapit siya sa minion, may bawas din?
Yes.
Oh.
And ito kasi yung parang item na nagbigay kay Sejuani ng God tier ranking ngayon sa jungle. Because pag nagkaroon siya ng Cinderhelm na, yung third upgrade na ng hindi na siya Juggernaut which is yung bonus HP and CDR. It's bonus HP and Sunfire-ish kind of buff. Mas maganda yung wave clear niya, and well, it's a cheap item that gives you AoE damage. So kahit mo mag-build ka ng tank, you still have damage early on. So that's a good item. But it means that Netero is going in for a Sunfire first. And I'm really not... Oh, but here comes a gank by Teji. Going in onto Clorox. Clorox still has his Vengeful Maelstrom.
No. No? Just no.
Yeah, it's too
Siguro,
tanky.
mag-aantay pa siya ng 6.
Oh, Teji still here.
Possible para ma-assassin niya yung Maokai palapit sa Nar.
Yeah, but if you can see, Teji still too low. Oh, nice positioning here by Asimo here. Does know that Teji was there with the Tremor Sense. Teji, I think, knows that he's there. I think he knows that he's there. Oh, Netero is here, but the tunnel will save Asimo's life there. 3 members of campers were already in the vicinity to try and counter out. So this will be the first red buff for Teji.
Yes.
Alright, so
Ang hirap talaga mag-jungle, no? Pag naagawan ka ng buff, hindi mo agad masusunod yung rotation na gusto mong gawin.
Yeah, it's parang mindset kasi dapat talaga ngayon ng mga junglers is initiate your aggressive playstyle or counter-initiate or counter-play rather. Kung yari alam mo na counter jungle ka, counter-jungle mo rin siya kasi wala naman siya sa other side ng map, so you could go there. Ang problem mo na lang is you have to know if yung enemy teammates
kung nagbabantay,
oo. Kailangan mo malaman din yan. But if not, kasi I play solo rank talaga. So, pag ginagawa ko yung wala naman nagbabantay doon, wala actually gustong talagang mag-counter doon. So, you can get a free buff on your enemy side. And parang nagka 2 for 2. Same lang din naman.
So, ayun.
Right, wow. Hakai putting good chunk of damage onto Carlisle. Carlisle, okay. Sorry about that. Carlisle.
I don't know if it's Carlisle, but
yeah, Carlisle sounds better.
Medyo complicated.
Yeah, Carlisle is better. Void Rush never is used for being like an aggressive ultimate anymore. It's more on for like getting back into the lane. And I was talking a while ago that Clorox has the more chance of building into that righteous glory, and he actually will. Only about I believe 100 gold away, 650 ata yung recipe. So we'll see. Alright, so kung nagkaroon na ng Righteous Glory, si Clorox, he has the level 6 already, the Vengeful Maelstrom, so they can force an objective, which might be the first dragon of the game, and possibly keep snowballing from there, because they have already the advantage. Oh, Tremor Sense does see out Teji. Oh, the knockup does hit, but it's just, no follow-ups. Both of these junglers have been identical in where they're going to lane. But oh, Poi takes so much damage, forces the ultimate from Carlisle. Both ultimates come out, or rather teleports from these top laners. But Carlisle's super low HP. Here comes Netero, one more hit, he gets the kill. Ruru is binded, he will follow up onto Nyauri right there, but it is a 2-for-2 people. The ADR in jungle for Camp Campers and the top lane in ADR for Imperium Pro Team right here. Oh, Asimo trying to go in, but Single Maniac is still here for Netero. Morgana still.
Good job.
There you go, gets the kill onto Asimo, but now Ruru is going to follow up onto Netero. Netero doesn't have enough to get that Meganar back for himself. Should have if he attacked the Raptors, but still, that was now a 3-for-3 bloody fight there coming in from Camp Campus and Imperium Pro Team.
Though medyo hindi yata aware sa mapa yung Oriana kasi hindi siya nakasunod sa bot lane.
Actually, he was trying to zone out Ruru. Super low on HP too. But oh, they're trying to follow up onto Single Maniac there. Oh, super low on HP. Teiji almost gets him. And wow, very dangerous fight there. Grabe, yung natawa talaga ako, natuwa ako, yung si Hakai. He used the Buster Shot to last hit Poi. And oh, actually all of the kills went to Clorox. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. So that means that he's going to just become a huge tank. And if you keep feeding your tank or keep getting him fed, he's going to... Oh, that's actually a nice word. The Haunted Pora.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah, no, right? Alright, so back to what I was saying. When a Maokai gets fed, he's going to be that unstoppable tank, and then just parang nagko-follow, just a snowball niya, nag-snowball din yung teammates niya because he can tank so much that kahit naman hindi ganun kalakas yung damage output ng teams niya, he can soak up so much damage na nakaka-free hit for a long time yung mga carries nila.
Tama.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Ako na lang yung saktan niya. Ganyan yung peg ng Maokai. Ako na lang.
Kaya nga siya magko-Frozen Heart eh.
Because
after the Righteous Glory Frozen Heart, alright, Frozen Heart would be the most common build para you could get in the CDR, the mana, and the armor, along with the attack speed debuff. I believe, yes.
So, wait. So, kung makikita mo yung item nung Oriana sa Lissandra, naka-needlessly na yung Oriana, while yung Lissandra, pamure.
Morella Nomicon.
Pero parang mas mataas yung AP na kaya niya bigay kasi meron siyang dalawang Doran's King plus...
Let's check. 106 and 171. Yeah, this large shot gives out 80 ability power while wala namang Forbidden Idol, 30, 60 all in all, along with your masteries and yung runes. But oh, here comes the clash in mid. Single Maniac takes a huge chunk of damage. Frozen Tomb gets the kill onto him, and Teji just follows up. Look at that.
That was a good...
Yeah, Clorox so tanky and so huge with the wild growth that he is just walking onto that mid-tier 1 without no regards to his life. And the first dragon, will be given to Imperium Pro Team. And like I was saying, sobrang ganda ng pick-off ng pwede magawa ng Imperium Pro Team because they have the Twisted Advance and plus yung slow debuff ng Righteous Glory can give Ruru enough time to be able to use his Frozen Tomb, and he got it onto Single Maniac even if Single Maniac got the flash out. Nung pagka-flash niya, nag-activate agad yung Frozen Tomb, and then nag-follow up na si Asimo and Poi. I'm just gonna call him Poi. Alright, so yeah. Poi Je.
Pinabaliktad nila lahat ng pangalan nila.
Je Poi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, ewan ko, parang mag-super tank din yung Genar, hindi na siya magta-Triforce or later on na lang siya magta-Triforce?
Kasi if you're actually for me, hindi sobrang effective build on Triforce. The best build for a Gnar in my opinion would be Phage into a Randuin's Omen or Phage into, or actually you can rush in a Frozen Mallet because yung Frozen Mallet na yan is so effective on Gnar, gives you the HP and the ability to be able to stick onto anyone that it can be a very optimal item. It depends on the situation though, but yung pinaka-best situation item would be actually if Randuin's Omen. Though I'm really not sure why he went in first for a Sunfire. It does give you in that AoE burn But then, yung members kasi ng Imperium Pro Team are mostly ranged, so
So, hindi rin siya basta-basta makakalapit.
yeah, so I'm not really sure what is with his itemizations because ang LoL din kasi, it doesn't only happen sa kills, yung way sa pananalo mo, it's how you itemize. Kahit man may goal disadvantage ka, you can itemize very well. Oh, nice Q. They're going in onto Poi, but here comes Asimo in the backline. But to safeguard away, we'll just give him a little bit of safety. Sweeper Lens comes out there. He will get another sweeper there with the help of his Queen's Wrath and the attack speed boost. Whoa, Teiji is feeding so many wards here, giving Rek'Sai to Nom Nom that.
Nom nom.
Yeah, and Rek'Sai is a void creature from the void, so oh, but in the bottom lane, yeah, there was just so many action na yung directed camera nasa pa rin.
Nasa Lee Sin pa din.
Yeah. Alright, so Hakai is able to assassinate. Yeah, Clorox so tanky right now that even though there's the hyper passive. Oh my gosh, Maniac a little bit too overextended there. Even though he got out that shockwave, he died and well just wasn't able to do
yung
anything.
sinabi mo kanina about si Rek'Sai na pwede siyang mambigla ng gank at hindi yata na-expect ng Oriana yun.
Yeah, though yung glacial path din ni Lisandro was so perfect. Oh, he tried to get the stun in but wasn't able to. He's going to have to use the ultimate right now to get a stun onto Clorox. But he doesn't do it. Asimo is here for the instant. Goes in for the flash and the knockup. Nice ultimate from Netero. Where is the ultimate from Meets Metal? Trying to go in, but they both flash away. Glacial Path comes up. Flash comes out. The root and the Q gives Ruru a killing spree. While Clorox already 4-0-4. 125 CS compared to the 110 of Netero. Wow.
Ang galing ng ginagawa ng Rek'Sai no. Nasa ilalim siya, then magpa-flash at saka niya ina-knock up yung dalawa.
Yeah, this is what separates a good Rek'Sai player from a horrible Rek'Sai player. The positioning of your tunnels. Have it all over the map. You can see here everywhere.
Yeah. Plus yung fact na nakaka-responde agad siya dahil dun sa SS niya. Ayun na namamatay na naman siya.
Yeah, Carla trying to get away. Does manage to dodge the Dark Binding, but the explosive charge or explosive charge was it?
Hirap na yung
Believe
ano,
so. Yeah.
yung severe due to ito yung sinasabi ko earlier na wag mong iiwan yung AD carry mo lalo na kapag hindi niya pa kaya sa lane.
Yeah. True. And though
Plus, ewan ko, hindi ko sure pero parang hindi niya yata nadododge yung bind ng Morgana kaya namamatay din siya.
yeah, and yung ano kasi, paano sabihin to, yung lane dominance kasi ni Tristana, having in that explosive charge to be able to just damage the two-man shockwave has to use the frozen tomb onto himself, but he will die. So much over-aggression there from Ruru, but Netero now has his Megalar form going into stun. Here comes Poi. But Single Maniac doesn't have his ultimate. Oh, Asimo too! Over-aggressive there, but Clorox is here for the encounter engage. Wow. Nice ultimate there from Poi. Still, Asimo is still alive. So huge right now with that. Let's call him Mega Rek'Sai. And Netero back to his Mininar form. Will he go down the sapling? Gets the kill. And that was a 2-for-1 exchange. Ruru did die. But at what cost? The mid-tier one will still survive. Nyari there is still protected.
Yung Nyar, no? Sobrang iksi na talaga. Patay na naman.
Yeah.
Mamamatay na naman siya. Oh, run! Wala siyang tower. So anyway, yung Nyar, parang medyo, hindi ko alam kung sobra ba siyang na-nerf or medyo lugi talaga siya kapag hindi niya tansyado yung pagiging mega Nyar niya.
Lugi talaga siya pag hindi niya natansya yung pagiging mega Nyar niya. Though, okay na rin naman yung positioning and yung duration na ginamit niya yung Mega Nar niya. Though, yung problema lang talaga, it was just Clorox right there is so tanky right now. The two-man Soul Shackle, but Clorox is just zoning out. Hakai right now. Carlisle will try to follow up. He's just going in onto this tower. Here comes Ruru in the backline. Does have his ultimate right now. What is happening? He tries to go in, but Single Maniac and Teiji are here for the counter play. Though, they do get to kill on Nyari. So the saving grace of Camp Campers is in Hakai right now because he has the damage output.
Para nang bato yung Maokai, no?
Yeah, but
pasok na lang siya ng pasok kahit nasa tower.
He has no regard for his own life.
Yeah.
Pero ang problem ngayon for Camp Campers, yes, Hakai is fed, but then how can he deal damage output or deal damage when there's so many gap closers or backline champions? I mean, champions na pwede mag-penetrate sa backline ng camp campers.
Meron silang Mao, may Lissandra na pwede siyang i-go lang agad eh.
Yeah, and if Lissandra gets in a Zonia's Hourglass, they're going to try and get it, but no. There will be... Yeah, that is in 1-for-1 in terms of the dragon right now. Good...
Daming pink.
Yeah, the double pink is OP. Can they actually target this? What is this? Parang may duration siya.
Hindi. Isa lang yung pink ward though.
Yeah, it looks like a pink ward. But here comes the clash in the bottom lane. Hakai takes a huge chunk of damage. Had to use his buster shot against Carlisle. And now Poi trying to go in. But here comes Seiji. Oh, misses that Sonic Wave. Will try to follow up. Where is his slow from the Chilling Smite? Oh, he actually gets it. He can actually go in for this. Why isn't he going in?
Scared, maybe?
He can get a kill with the Dragon's Rage. Yeah. And
Wild Girl.
he can actually cancel out the shield with the Chilling Smite and then Dragon's Rage for the execute kill.
Medyo takot na yata siya na nag-play safe na lang siya kasi pwede niya agad pasukin yan.
They don't have a lack of wards though. They do know that Asimo was there a little bit in the bottom lane, but they could have gotten the kill before Asimo could have responded, or rather what was Ruru. Oh, this is the red buff fight, but they do get it. Who gets it? Oh yeah, it's Asimo getting it. He was able to smite it. Yes. Thank you for that. Alright, so in terms of yung damage output, Carlisle still nothing to be messed around with. He does have his Infinity Edge and components of the Static Shiv, but Hakai has finished his Static Shiv, so medyo may pagkalaking lang, but he still has the damage output if he doesn't go in for a 1v1 against Hakai. Oh, Carlisle so low on HP. If only there was a Warwick right here or a Requiem, this guy would have been dead again.
So they're waiting and waiting and waiting. Fairness nakakatuwa rin yung mga players na ganyan. Yung nag-aantay lang sila dun sa isang lugar. Ayun na, bye-bye!
Alright, Netero here, a little bit too overextended. He will get started on. Doesn't even have his Meganar form or Fury right in. The kick comes out onto Kalaris, but Kalaris so tanky right now. The wild growth just gives him so much HP and knock-up. There's the ultimate going in onto Hakai, but Hakai with the rocket jump there keeps him a little bit safe. He will try to put some damage onto Ruru. Ruru super low on HP right now. The explosive charge not enough to kill him. Oh, the rock doesn't get him, but Netero is a good stun there, but okay, nice command move there, or Q from Single Maniac. Oh, here comes Netero. Baron going in onto Asimo. Asimo will get killed there. He gets the shutdown, but here comes Carlisle for the execute onto Netero. Little bit of a messy fight there. He does get in. That slow. Oh, Hakai will die. The double kill goes to himself. One more auto attack would have gotten him someone. The Dark Binding does hit. Nice damage output from Nyauri, but well, we were talking about how damage heavy Hakai already is. He forced Ruru out, and that gave Single Maniac enough time to be able to kill him with the Q. But then Carlisle was just there for the counter engage. Medyo cool. May numbers advantage yung campers at that time, so that's how they won that clash. But still, the gold advantage is in favor of Imperium Pro Team, though it's not so much of a gold advantage that campers can still come back from this, because they have a good form of engage and late game with the Tristana and the Orianna. Orianna can become an assassin actually, or a burst mage if you'd like to call it that, when she reaches her let's say 3 damage item spike. Here comes Sakai, goes in for that rocket jump, but the Whimsy does give Poi a little bit of safety there. They do have this very late ward here. They do know that there's 4 people here, but they're still going in. They do get the stun onto Nyauri. Nyauri, why did you do that? You might die. But the Soul Shackles comes out. Here comes Netero. He gets rooted up.
Oops,
but
Maokai.
He tries to go for his own team, but he's not tanking enough. And Carlisle is on rampage right now. Yeah, Clorox tried to use his Righteous Glory. Oh, the 3-man Shockwave, but there's no follow-up as Zemo just zones out Hakai and Nyauri right there. Ooh, my gosh.
This is so intense.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a good amount of follow-up for camp campers to work with. And Netero, he was in Meganar form, but the real problem there was he was a little bit too caught out. There was no follow-up from his teammates, and he just died. And then it was just like a domino effect wherein the members of camp campers just lost their frontliner, and they're going in onto Single Maniac, though there's no flash for Asimo to actually go in onto this, but they're going in to get this mid tier 2 very quickly. So the gold lead just goes in higher and higher for Imperial Pro Team. 7,000, that's around, I believe, yeah, 7,000, I think? Wait, sorry, I was looking at the other way. 7,000. Yeah, right. Ang problema talaga ng mga shoutcasters is the the mathematical side of computing talaga.
So, anyway.
Tama na yung sagot ko, nagkakamali pa.
Actually, nagmaw na yung Nar?
Yeah, actually went in for the Mothmal Mortius. This can mean that he is able to tank a lot of damage from Ruru, but that's not his problem anymore. The problem is Carlisle having so much AD output, and we know that even though Sivern is an ADR, she's like an ADR who has a lot of AoE damage. Ricochet and Boomerang Blade just deals a good chunk of AD, and Sunfire isn't the best item to counter AD damage when you have when you're going against an Infinity Edge and Static Shiv ADR. So I guess Netero...
Rek'Sai is super tanky.
Yeah, Rek'Sai has the most or the best viable build for a Rek'Sai. Has the Warrior's Enchantment on these Ranger's Trailblazer along with the Mercury Teds, giving him tenacity, and then there's the Locket of the Iron Solar giving in the shield and AoE MR to be able to counter out the damage output of Single Maniac, and also the Random's Omen, yeah, for the slow and the extra HP and armor. Just the most optimal build for a bruiser type of Rek'Sai. So this is like the power point for Imperium Pro Team. They can make plays with this, but Toyi will get caught out here. Only has to use his Wild Growth to get out from those 4 members. Or oh my gosh, Naori, one hit, and they're still going in onto Poi, and Poi is still alive. Wow, they had to use so many of their cooldowns for that. They even used the Shockwave and still got nothing.
But ewan ka, feeling ko yung pwedeng maging comeback nila dyan ng Team Campers is yung pag nakapag-zone niya na yung Morgana at nakapag-set siya ng maayos.
Yes, but now there's going to be a clash. Netero still caught out here, doesn't even have his Meganar form. Ruru gets the kill onto Niauri. There's the ultimate going in onto, I believe it was either Single Maniac or Teiji, just keeping them out of the fight, and that was a 5 or rather a 2 for O. The dragon isn't up yet, but this will result in the bot tier 2 going down. The towers just going in one by one to the favor of, but here comes Asimo. They're going in onto the Hakai. Hakai will go down. So much burst damage coming in from the members of Imperium Pro Team, and he should have just stayed back and gave his bot tier 2 because he had no real chance of defending it. And this is just going to open up the bot tier 3 and inhibitor, which will give actually Imperium Pro Team the best inhibitor to get when you want to go for the Baron and have a lane push for you, because the bottom inhibitor is super far. It's the farthest away from Baron when you're on red side. So the super minions will go in here and keep chunking down the Nexus turrets from that area. So one member of Camp Campers has to be defending, and then Imperium Pro Team can just wait it out and just let the minions pressure and then get the Baron for free. But we'll see if someone like TAG can step up and get possibly a Smite steal. Yeah, he can do it because he's a Lee Sin. He can kick Asimo back, and the Smite advantage will go in for his favor for a very short moment. And we'll see what happens, because if they can get this Baron buff, that's one of the saving graces that they can... Oh, doesn't get the Boomerang back there. So right now it's just going to be a farm fest for Hakai, trying to get in his items. Most probably will be a Last Whisper. Does he have enough gold for it?
No.
I think it does. 360 for the longsword, and I think it was 1,000 something for the Last Whisper recipe itself. And
So,
yeah, okay.
ayan. So, nagsaset na sila for VR.
Yeah,
And nakapush na yung bot lane nila.
yeah. this
So,
looking-
sabi mo, this will be difficult for them. So, effective ba talaga yung Zizerot for pushing lanes?
Actually, in my opinion, it's more of a fun pushing item rather than a serious game pushing item. So if you just want to have fun, you could use that. But here comes.
Oh.
All right, I'll come back to you on that. Asimo going in onto Teiji, taking so much damage from only the Rek'Sai. Oh, the slow doesn't commit, or rather hit. Teiji right there. He uses his Dragon's Rage to push someone back, but Netero is caught out yet again. There's Hakai though for the re-engage. Nice 3-man shockwave there. Will almost get the kill onto Ruru.
Almost.
Will get the kill. Yes, they do get the kill onto Carla, and this might be the clash that puts campers back to the game. Hakai is still alive. Netero can still tank so much damage. They're going in onto Asimo. Asimo so mobile with those tunnels. Another tunnel. Dig a tunnel. Alright, so that was a 3-for-1. A little bit bad positioning there from Imperium Pro
Hindi
Team.
nila alam sino yung uunahin nila.
Yeah, they went too far into this area right here, and this was the area where the 3 main frontliners of Imperium Pro Team were, which was Clorox, Asimo, and Ruru, in my opinion. And then Carlisle was just right here in the backside, being chunked down
By Listen.
Yeah, by Teiji, and I believe it was Single Maniac and Nyauri. And then Hakai was just around this area right here, not being focused on and free hitting. And then there's the good 3-man shockwave, which came out from Single Maniac, which put Ruru out of commission because he uses Frozen Tomb, but then didn't fall out any damage because immediate zone use after he was 1 hit away from dying. So that was a good comeback play from Camp Campers, but still they're still down in gold, still down in towers, inhibitors. So they have to work around going in for a similar clash like that. But I don't think Imperium Pro Team will let them do this yet again. Dragon will be up in 10 seconds, and this is it.
Parang wala kasi silang FF kanina. Parang kung sino lang yung nasa harapan nila. Though wala rin nagpo-protect din sa Lulu. Ay, sa Lulu. Sa Severe.
Oh, okay, Carlisle. Okay, so this is going to be actually a very important buff for Imperium Pro Team. Having in that 5% movement speed is huge, but they're going in onto Asimo. And here comes the flank by Clorox. Nice there, but the ultimate only hits Asimo right there to get the kill onto Teji. Here comes Ruru. Will get the ultimate. Not yet. He's actually doing a good job of zoning out zoning out the carries. He gets the ultimate on, but while that was happening, both top laners were actually zoning out the carries, but there was so much damage output coming in from Asimo and Clorox that was a 4-for-1.
Did you see that Maokai?
Yeah.
He was going for Oriana and Tristana, and still, look at his life.
They didn't actually do any damage on him because they were so afraid of his Twisted Advance that they were just backing off. And this is just going to be a free VR.
No, Lee Sin is alive.
But he's so far away though, and they can chunk this VR so fast. Look at that. Chunk, chunk, chunk.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, and Rek'Sai is going to kill his own kind. I'm not sure actually.
Totoo, baka pag yung Baron Nashor, pag nasa likod ka niya, mas masakit daw siya.
I'm not sure. Actually.
Yung,
but I think pag inactivate niya yung kanyang spikes.
Oh, yung sa likod.
Yeah,
mas masakit daw.
Yeah, yeah. Yun yung iniisip ko din kung nag-spike siya or something like that. Though, meron namang damage output ang Camp Campers. The Tristana has her 3 items already.
For me talaga, kailangan lang talaga makapag-zone niya ng Morgana para makapag-stun siya or ma-zone out niya na kahit na sino. Kasi pwede siya sa kanya ibigay ng bola yung Oriana, tapos siya yung mag-engage imbis na yung Listen. Kasi yung Listen, look at him. Medyo malambot pa talaga siya. Tapos kapag pumasok siya, mabilis siyang mawawala.
And we were talking about a while ago nung game 1 pa ata, is that Lee Sin does so well in the early game but scales a little bit bad into the late game because he has no good amount of damage output. You can only build in that Warrior's Enchantment on his tier 3, that's the only damage output item that he can build other than yung Moth Malmortius. Pero they're so down on gold that it's only a 2-item Lee Sin.
Pero, though, kung mag-go man si Lee Sin, yung insect lang yung kaya niyang gawin.
Yeah.
At least for the carry na maunahan niya. Kaso,
How
scary
can-
pa rin eh.
Yeah.
Kahit na mag-go siya, may Rek'Sai, may Maokai, may Lissandra na pwedeng gumaw din sa
And
kanila.
how can you kick someone in when Sivir can spell shield it, and kung sisipayan mo ng pabalik si Maokai, that's the worst possible person you could kick back to your own team. And pag kinikback mo na naman si Lissandra,
ganun din.
mag-ultimate sa sarili niya. And kung si Lulu naman, she even has her own wild growth for being able to...
wala talaga.
Yeah, he can't do the insect kick right now.
So, pwede niya lang gawin is sipain palayo.
Reverse insect.
Aha.
And now this is actually a good strategy from Imperium Pro Team.
Side push.
Yeah, having to have that side push. Nagkaroon na ng Baron buff. May Baron buff naman si... Oh, but here comes the 3-man Shockwave. Where's the follow-up? Hakai takes a good chunk of damage onto Carla. He doesn't even get the kill onto him. But now Netero is going in 2v1. Ruru gets... Whoa. Dark Mining, very nice there. Oh, he gets the kill. That is a double kill. Okay, this might be the clash that Campers can go, but... Oh, nice Prey Seeker there from Asimo. Netero's still so tanky, but look at that. Clorox is much more tankier. Oh, Asimo. He doesn't get it.
No.
He'll have to tunnel away, but do you see there that he was tanking so much damage from the laser of that Nexus
Kailangan
turret?
lowage yung tower.
Yeah, the tower couldn't even do anything to that. And even though they got like a 3-4-2, they still got, or rather, Imperium Pro Team have the mid inhibitor and bottom inhibitor. Yeah.
Ang ganda kasi magaling yung Oriana, nakakakuha siya ng 3 and sobrang laki nung nabibigay niyang damage. Kaso, ang problem is, walang nagkakaroon ng backup sa kanila. Though, eto na, may Zonya na yung Morgana. Though, I hope na makapag-set siya ng maayos dahil siya yung magiging reason ba't magta-turn around.
Yeah, but the problem now is the 3 inhibitors are open, which means that
It
super
will be
minions.
very difficult
Yeah.
for them.
And this isn't actually the best wave clear composition. There's only the Tristana who has the explosive charges passive, and Demented Soil on a AP support Morgana isn't like the best damaging item or a damaging tool. And tapos ang gagawin na ng Imperium Pro Team is just be a nuisance. Parang mag-spread over the whole net base ng campers. Let the super minions just keep flooding in and have the threat of destroying the Nexus turrets and winning the game.
So, well, ang para sa akin kasi, syempre, pag pareho tayong jungler na role, right?
Yeah.
Yan. So, para sa akin kasi parang mas gusto kong maka-combo yung Oriana kapag ang gamit mo is parang Maokai, J4, yung pang-engage at
Actually, it would be a good try for campers to have gotten in another jungler for themselves. Or here comes the last flash of the game. There's a beautiful... Oh! The shockwaves didn't even get him. It's still a 5v5. No one's dying right now.
Minions
But
are
Imperium Pro
finishing
Team,
the game.
yeah, the Winions are going to be able to finish it. Oh, wow. That Vengeful Maelstrom exploded with such damage. They get the kill onto Hakai and Netero before the game ends. And that is a win for Imperium Pro Team versus Campers. Congratulations, IPT.